piped up and he said, you know, why don't you come over? I've got a laptop.
And that's why we know the language needs to be there for them.
There's a lot of young kids here, which is great, and I think if there's one thing that's lacking, it's perhaps having those role models in tech and connecting them with our rangatahi. I was inspired when I was a little kid. I used to watch Star Trek, and I had these ideas of one day building a robot. Me and my cousins would take apart things and never put them back together. It's those sorts of things that got me into science and technology, and I want to see more Indigenous people in science and technology.
I think there is not enough understanding about how tech leads into career pathways, and so it really is a give and take between we need to educate parents on how tech does develop, not just what an iPad does, but the capabilities behind it, and then also give kids the ecosystem to be able to see this is what we can aspire to. So it's a whole range of things, but it's really about creating a framework that works for Pacific.
And myself and my three co-founders are all from South Auckland. We grew up going to schools where basically Māori and Pacific Island students were always looked at, if you get to go to uni, you're kind of like pretty smart for a Māori or Pacific Island, and it's something that we totally disagree with. Māori and Pacific Island people are naturally intelligent beings that have huge capacity, but sometimes they don't see that in themselves. And so part of what we do, aside from building technology, is inspiring younger Māori and Pacific Island to get into tech, because they have unique ideas and unique perspectives that nobody else in the world has.
I mean, if you look at scientists, they're mainly male, pale, and stale. There aren't very many women in science, or they're certainly not treated the same as a male scientist would be treated, and the same discrimination happens when you're Indigenous and in science. So I think there's a lot of other factors there.
At the moment, women, although we account for 51% of the population, we only actually make up 23% of the IT industry. And so within that 23%, Māori make up 3% of that. And Pacific females don't even feature on that list. So there is an ecosystem of us out there. We just have to find it and really make sure that going forward we do have a number. If there's no Pacific female perspective, then who's determining our algorithms that rule our everyday lives? Technology is in every single industry now, and it's only going to get stronger and infiltrate the systems. So if we're not preparing our kids for the next industrial era, we're setting them up for failure. So it's important that we get on that now and we own that space, because our families came here to give us the opportunities, and it's our time to take those opportunities to the next level.
The traits that it takes to be a successful entrepreneur or to develop innovative ideas have actually been in our DNA for thousands of years. They've always been a part of us. The best way to learn for us is to get our hands on some tech and to work with it. I would encourage young people to use YouTube, use the internet, use their devices. We've got a world full of knowledge in the palm of our hand. Teach them how to program, teach them how to build hardware, teach them how to take existing ideas and to do something different with it that's never been done before. Those types of opportunities.